Hey there, I'm Lisa Niven Kelly for Beaducation.com.
And I'm Mel McCabe with Beaducation.com.
We just shot this great class over on Facebook Live, our Beaducation Live show, but we've edited it and archived it here for you to watch.
If you hear us answering customer questions or talking to customers, you can just ignore that. That was just stuff that was in the moment when we shot the class, but there's still so much great content here.
Yeah, but if you have questions while you're watching this archive, go ahead and leave a comment below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching through our site, just toss us an email at classes@beaducation.com.
And we'll get back to you with an answer.
Yeah, let's get into the video.
Today we're going to tell you what our favorite new products of 2019 are, which is one of my favorite shows to do.
Yeah, it is fun. We're gonna wrap up 2019, and I think we launched a total of, what did I say, 523 products. It was quite a product. We also retired about 1,500 products, so we're kind of like just really honing in on what our customers love.
It was tough to narrow it down because I feel like we launched a lot of new design stamps. So when I picked out like my 3 favorite, it was only because I was looking to talk about all 25 of them that I really love. And a lot of them were in series, so I'd pick like one of a series. We had a lot of really cool new holiday series ones.
Yeah.
Which I always think to myself, gosh, we already have like 6 snowflakes. Like what other holiday ones do we need? But we did have some amazing cool like mistletoe and the lights. But I think my favorite was the snow globe. And I think the reason that I love it so much is I could see, was you guys watching and seeing what you all would come up with to put in the snow globe. And every time I see it, I think of other stuff. Like, I don't know if I've seen anyone, but wouldn't it be cute to put like our coffee cup in there? Like, I am envisioning coffee, right? And the little unicorn. I loved when someone had done, the eye.
Yeah, Taryn did
That's just so brilliant. I love her in the trees. Like, there's just endless possibilities. I think I did one for a friend where I just did the crystal divot, and then just it looked like gumballs.
Oh, cute.
That were all in there. So there's like so many different ways you can do it, and I love seeing the ways that all of you guys did that. I just loved the snow globe. It's amazing. And then the other 2 design stamps that I loved so much was, I love jellyfish. I love everything from the ocean, but what the jellyfish turned out so detailed.
Turned out so good.
I thought that was really beautiful.
It's been a really big seller. I don't have a sample here where we stamped it.
Oh, well, and you guys, it looks good even just on like a 3/8 with just the jellyfish.
Yeah,
like,
it looks great.
That's how you know you got a great stamp.
And on any of these products, you can, well, first of all, in the comments, we've put links to Mel's favorites and to my favorites. And if you link on the product, we'll almost always, have alt images of pieces that we've made with the
different samples.
So obviously, like, this is one of the alt images for the snow globe.
So cute. Then I had to include the cat because I am a crazy cat lady. I love cats. I did have 4 cats at one time. But that particular cat face, the way that I've seen people do it on the stamp where sometimes only even the eyes are showing.
Or the tiara.
Oh, yes. I mean, you guys have been so inventive with the cat, and has such a surprised look on his face. It just kind of blew me away with how cute it is and the different samples that I've seen everyone come up with on the cat. I feel like if you like cats, you have to have that cat face.
Yeah, it is super
Too
good.
cute.
Super good.
Then I couldn't do this show without saying that I love the aluminum wire, because we did a whole show on the aluminum wire. I wanted to get this wire in for a long time. I think we only have it in the 12 gauge, if I'm not mistaken. But the 12 gauge is so great because it's so thick and so easy to work with.
These are so light.
Featherweight. We showed you in the class too, you can do clasps, you can do different earrings. It's so inexpensive for that whole spool that you get.
Like 94 feet.
It's
or
amazing.
64 feet.
Yeah, and you can make earrings for like all of your friends and neighbors, which I did that too.
And then you made those sun catchers with it on our last show.
The last one, you guys, I did a lot of copper, but I have done the aluminum as well because I want to show people you can do it with the copper. But yes, for my holiday gifts, I did sun catchers with the aluminum and copper. It's just such a great gauge, and like you said, it's really lightweight.
So you love those 3 stamps.
Love the stamps.
Love this.
Love the aluminum. aluminum wire.
What's your next fave?
I think these crescent moons, we have them in a couple different sizes. And we have ones that are cut off too, but I feel like this is the year of the moon. If you're a July birthday, you're the moon child. But I feel like we have new moon design stamps. I feel like there's moonstones have been really in. And that blank, I love that you can do it sideways.
Yeah, like it looks like a moon here.
Yes.
But then over here, like we used it in this sample that we just turned on, I think yesterday actually. I took the chain off, but if you can imagine a chain coming out here.
It's so pretty.
It's really a nice size.
And I feel like it's like a modern bib. Because like the bib necklace has always been popular. But this is just like such a sleek one. Mm-hmm. I just think it looks so pretty. Lightweight. We have them in 3 different metals.
Yeah, it's really, really light.
And they're great for earrings too. I think we had done a sample where you just put some chain on there and made it earrings as well. So I love the moons.
Love the moons.
And then we added in so many new chains in 2019. And I love the one that is expandable.
This is so big we can't show it all in the...
We have them in bracelets too with the expandable, which I thought was genius. But my favorite thing with a necklace is you never know what length people want to wear things. But with this one and this one has the balls on the end and you can wear that on the back. Or we have them with the loops too where you could hang things. You don't have to guess. Like, does the person want 14, 18, 20?
Right.
Let them decide.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, and I like the fact, like you said, that you can, on this one, and we have both the snake chain and the box chain with the balls at the end or the loops. But on the one with the loops at the end, you could hang like 2 charms or stamped something. And they can wear these in the front and then the excess chain in the back or flip it around.
Yeah. So pretty. Yeah. Or you could wear it to the Country Music Awards too, like a bolo.
You could wear it to the Country Music Awards. Are you going to wear it to the Country Music Awards?
I haven't been invited this year. Maybe 2020 is
well, after last year.
yes, the ruckus that I made. I gifted a lot of these to people and just kind of hung briolets and Chanels, and I love that because it's stainless. You don't have to worry about any allergies.
Yeah, it's stainless steel, and they're really inexpensive.
It's true, yes. Oh, and I don't know if you showed people, too, with the aluminum, how you can do, like, bookmarks and stuff.
Yeah, we did this in our Bookmarks Facebook Live video. I think it was maybe a month or 2 ago. You can look back in the archives on Facebook, and they'll eventually all be archived on our site. We're working on that. But so light, it's not going to fall out of your book.
I love that. And it leads us also to the bracelet blanks where we have, it could either be a whale tail or a mermaid tail. I love whales and mermaids, so that kind of works. This one, I thought it was so cute that you decided to do it as a bookmark.
Yeah, this one we did as a bookmark, but we also have it in the rainbow.
I love that too.
And these are made for bracelets. They're bracelet blanks. They're stainless steel, so it's a little harder to stamp into and a little harder to shape. And right here, you want to be especially careful because you can like bend. It gets really thin there. So just be really deliberate about your bends, but it's so cute. And this is that totally white pen.
Oh yeah.
I should have chosen that as one of my favorites.
It is kind of great.
It is a good
I just like that this bracelet blank, or if you make it as a bookmark, you don't need to do anything other than stamp on it and bend it. It's a totally finished blank.
And it comes all wrapped up so it doesn't get scratched.
It's lovely.
It is.
It's lovely. And then I think my last favorite is the vintage tattoo has always been my favorite font. But I particularly was excited when we got 2 extra sizes in, a 4mm and a 2mm that are tapered. Because there's nothing that I like better than a tapered set. Because no matter if I'm away from it or I don't want to make any mistakes, I just don't make any mistakes with the tapered. So I invested in the 2mm, and I like that you can fit so much on a blank.
Yeah, it's so fun. So this is, I have the 2mm and the 4mm. I keep them in one of these so that I have the A's together, the B's together, and all that. But I'll pull out a couple of the 2mm. It's super tiny, and they're just so cute, and they sink in so easily.
They're crisp.
It is a lot more expensive, but I'm sure anyone out there, and please chime in if you're live and making comments or even on the replay, anyone out there that has one of these more expensive sets, do you regret getting it? Because I've never heard of anyone that has. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. Oh, there we go.
Well, and I do love it. I mean, I don't make mistakes with it. I don't have to practice beforehand. I can see exactly where I'm putting them. And then I'm lucky enough where I didn't have to get the 4 and the 2 because my sister, who only lives 5 miles away from me, got the 4. So sometimes we swap, or I'll just head over there, and then I can use the 4, which is kind of fun to do like a first letter, and then do the smaller letters for like a first name or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So we both swap and use both of them. I do love both of them.
So any comments? Let's take...
Angel has said that the vintage tattoo is totally worth the price because it does help you get it just right. I feel, especially if you're going to write like a saying or you have these long names, you want to fit everything on there. The fact that I can see exactly where I'm putting it, I don't overlap any letters. The spacing, it's just because of the taper. I can look and see exactly where I'm putting the letter. It's pretty amazing.
So here's, I'm scared. I'm going to share my screen with you. And this is my favorites, but over on this tab is Mel's Favorites. And we have a link to this as a comment on the show. And you can click on it if you want to see them all. Cute. Let's see this sample for this.
Oh yeah, that's cute. Just with the you wish.
There's our volume going down. Look at that. So cute. So here are my favorites. So for me, I had to choose a lot of design stamps. That's look at our little party pile over here. That's our thing here, right? We come up with really fun, cool design stamps. And this year was a lot of them. So let me start with that. Let me hold it the right way. All right, let's zoom in here. Oh, they're so pretty.
I love the new hummingbird too.
Yeah, so let's start there. We have the hummingbird in our regular Beaducation original, and this is our exact. They're more expensive, but they are ground down right to the design. So we call it the exact series because it's not really mystery on where you're placing it. And they also are super, super sharp. So we have the hummingbird, the two that I talked about. Oh, here, I've got it here. Let's let the thing refocus. We have them in different
sizes.
Yeah, and facing a different way.
I love that.
So that's kind of cool. If we're going to make two, why not change it up a little? Isn't that cute?
Super cute.
Then we've got the cabin.
Awfully cute.
That has been one of our most popular. That sold out so fast. And I love it. I drew it, which is rare. I don't usually draw. Mel draws a lot of these, but I was really quite proud of it.
I love it.
And it's just super fun. We've used a little cloud coming out of the chimney to look like smoke. So fun. And then this is the mistletoe, but what I love about this mistletoe, and I'll show you in a minute, is that it looks great just like as a berry branch or something. You can use it in different ways where it doesn't necessarily look like mistletoe, which is fun.
It seems like you could use that one even around the edge of like a circle.
Yeah, that's a sample that I thought I had, but I don't. But we'll click on it and talk about it because I think it's on the website. And then the two magnolias have been really, really popular. And actually I'm working on two more magnolias, a bud and then a slightly more open, or it's like between this one and this one as far as how open it is. But they've been really popular. We kind of pride ourselves on doing realistic flowers, besides just the fun kind of cartoony ones. And we have a lot coming out, so it's pretty awesome.
I think it's pretty. I also think the big one could look like a lot like dogwood too, which I think is really pretty.
Totally. That's a good point. And then this is our dandelion and fluff that we've had forever. In fact, the original one I think is like 230 DS 239 or something, which tells you how long we've had it because we're now on like DS 890. So it's been around a long time, but we recently launched it this year in the exact series. So that's kind of fun. And again, this one's a slightly different size than the one that we've carried forever.
I like that we did that where there's different sizes because that way if you do end up purchasing, you want the different one, you can still use your other one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we just launched some Gerbera daisies and the echinacea in smaller sizes too.
I saw that. Those look fun.
So here's just a couple of samples using, there's the cabin, there's a little smoke we talked about.
Cute.
Grass is new too, and that big tall tree is also new.
So
and that's the little 2mm that you were talking about using.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Here's the closed magnolia.
That's beautiful.
Just simple and pretty, right?
So pretty.
And then here's kind of a whole bunch of them.
I love all those together.
Taryn made that so pretty. So one of my next ones of my faves is the new hexagons that we carry. hexagons. Yeah. We have an octagon, but it's not really very regular. We call it octagon-ish. But this has been so fun. I've loved making these like framed pieces on it with the flowers. I mean, I've gone a little nuts. Here's one that I did. You can't see it as well because I used white in the impressions.
Like it with the white. That's pretty.
It's pretty cool because it's super subtle. I think it's quite elegant. And let's see. Oh, I've got a bunch more up here. Here's. Oh, this is the one I was thinking about for the...
yeah, with the mistletoe.
Yeah. You see it poking in down at the bottom there?
I think the mistletoe would be so pretty also with our tiniest crystal as kind of the little buds.
Yeah. I wonder if it would fit.
It looks very close to the same size.
What else do I have here? Here's another one of the little hexagon guys.
That's cute. Now with the and, did you use different fonts? Because I like that look.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's fun, huh? And we've got these in a couple sizes, couple different metals, all that good stuff. So octagon and hexagons are one of my faves from the year.
Oh, and you didn't show the spinning ring.
I've got the spinning ring here. Have you guys played with these spinner rings?
Oh, it doesn't want to come into focus too much. Oh, there it's going a little bit. I just think those are so awesome. Is that hard to stamp on? Because I haven't stamped on one.
It is a little difficult. It's not any more difficult than stamping on any stainless rings, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
But it is... I really have only used the 2mm because there's not a lot of space there. But I have one of these in the rainbow that I wear a lot. I'm not wearing it today, which is quite silly of me. But it is so fun to wear and to play with. And we carry them in plain as well. They are so cool. I think this is, besides the hammer, which I'm about to get to, I think this might be my all-time favorite new thing of the year. And this was kind of the year of the stainless. Like we launched a ton of stainless this year. Okay, what else? I covered the stamps and the blanks and the ring. Oh, I want to, before I get to the...
Were you going to tell them about the hammer, too?
Yeah, before I get to the hammer, I want to talk about these jump rings. So we started carrying jump rings in stainless steel. And I put these on there because they're just so huge. They're just so awesome. I love them. I have used them a little bit on keychains because they're so strong. But this one I think is a 10 mil, 14 gauge. This one's 8 mil, and it's just awesome. They're so strong. Usually when a jump ring gets this big, it gets weaker because, you know, it's more open. But I thought those are super cool. And before I talk about the hammer, I want to show these 12 gauge circles that we got in. Because I think these, you know, aluminum, I've always thought feels super cheap, kind of looks cheap. But I'm a little snob. I'm a sterling person. But we got them in 12 gauge.
They're
and
beautiful.
Look how amazing they are. They're super thick and really easy to stamp. These have been tumbled. I just thought those were worth pointing
They're pretty.
out.
You know what I also think looks really good with, because since you were talking about the large rings, is if you do a really large hole on a thick blank, and then you put in like 2 of the larger stainless steel.
With your power punch.
Yeah, it looks like it was purposeful like that. It kind of has that industrial.
Even a little bigger than this hole.
Yeah, I think that's so pretty. And then you do 2 large jump rings.
Yeah. All right, so I think this is my all-time favorite. This is a stamping hammer that Frets has put out. If you're familiar with Frets, it's a very high-end, beautiful tool-making company. They have gorgeous wood handles. This is a stamping hammer they came out with where one side is steel and one side is brass. And the brass side is replaceable. You just use the tool that they gave you to loosen that and take it out. I love the length. It's perfect. It's not super long. I use both sides. Sometimes by using the steel side, I can get a little more power behind it on maybe a bigger stamp. And we now sell them in a 1 pound, 1.5, and 2 pound. And this is 1.5, and it's my go-to all the time. I love this. I mean, I feel like it's finally like the perfect little mixture, obviously, between a 1 and a 2 pound stamp or hammer. And it's 2 pounds is sometimes a little much, 1 pound sometimes not enough. One of our customers had a problem with this coming out, but you have to really crank it tight. If you want, you can put like plumber's tape over the little bit that's in here and then put it back in and it's really tight. I haven't had that problem. Maybe I just tightened it more than others, but just keep the little Allen wrench on hand and, tighten it every now and then.
Oh, okay.
But then if it gets super beat up, which this is a great brass, it's not really shredding very much, you can buy a replacement.
Oh, that's great. And we offer that replacement?
Yep.
Oh, that's great.